Hello and welcome to Crackdiss episode 2. Once again, joined Ranconius here with
Firehawk, greetings.
and we've actually managed to pick up a few extra tag-alongs in the background. We've got our good friend DPS.
None of you will know him as he does not online game.
Yeah, no. We've also got Adrian, Aggro as he prefers to be called, and we've got another random male in the background. He's currently staring at my calendar.
He is actually a friend, don't worry, we did not pick him up on the street.
He's not getting raped tonight, unfortunately. Okay, so straight into our news. We've got the release date, Prototype 2, just been released.
22nd of April.
Yeah,
this year.
Sunday, yeah, wasn't it?
Actually, it was this week.
Yeah, Sunday just gone, I think.
Yeah.
So, look into it.
Judging by the look I had of it, you're actually playing on the other side of the fence here. You're actually the guy who was chasing your original protagonist in number 1. No idea who he is, as I didn't really play it. I had a good look of it, as I should say, from a friend's computer. Looks pretty good. I know that they've got thermobaric missiles, which I don't know about you guys. It's pretty awesome.
All about missiles.
Yeah, but
missiles.
That was aggro, by the way.
We've got basically it looks as though it's identical game, just a new storyline.
It does look a few tweaks though. The graphics do amped up a little bit brighter world.
Yeah, so we've got a colouring it's changed. We've also got Radnet's the builder, yeah?
It's I can't remember who it is, but Radnet's the pre-ordered edition, and you get 55 like DLC.
Yeah, so there's going to be a huge add-on pack availability. So unless you're buying the limited edition with the pre-order,
I really wish you had video right now.
And the DLC,
they're being idiots.
This is what happens when you bring in a studio audience. So if you don't buy the pack with the DLCs, it's going to be a fair bit of a cost by the look of it.
They didn't mention how much though. It's going to be probably a bit. They'll probably release it in one DCL pack.
Yeah, this is mainly more of a money making venture coming out of the developers. Okay, moving right along, we've got Halo 4. Halo 4 due to come out on the 6th of November this year. Just a couple of days before another game we'll be talking about in a little while.
Yeah, 2012 this year. Halo 4 looks slightly updated. Most of you've probably seen the new kind of sneak peek trailers at the moment. Does look pretty good. Updated armor. Big thing I noticed is multiplayer is now no more elites.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge Halo fan. I played 10 minutes online. That was about it.
I played a fair bit with a friend, and we started getting fairly good. But the elites kind of changed and made it okay. They're going for more of a story-centered online at the moment. I don't know what the rest of these idiots think, but hey.
I always enjoy playing zombies on Halo. Good fun.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether the Flight are coming back or not. It's very up in the air at the moment.
I'd say they'd still release zombies.
They probably would.
As Aggro says, it was fairly successful. I did enjoy playing it.
It's linked off to the Call of Duties. And as we all know, Call of Duty have made an absolute stack of money off the zombies.
Because zombies are awesome.
Exactly.
And the zombie apocalypse is going to happen.
He has his Nerf guns hidden behind the door.
Damn straight.
But yeah, it's their trade-off. What are they going to do? What are they going to bring to the market? It's still early stages for Halo 4 at this point, so we'll be finding more coming out closer to the release date.
I did notice also they had another online thing called Spartan Ops, where it's more story-based. Rather than you just, killing things, there's actually a point to it called Spartan Ops. I think it's going to look pretty good.
Yeah, so by the sounds of it, probably end up being something similar to the Spec Ops stories coming out of Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3.
www.infinity for the online information if you need it.
Righto. Next up, Ghost Recon. Release date next month.
Future Soldier. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Future Soldier.
Yeah, Ghost Recon, the new Tom Clancy, Future Soldier. Now, my girlfriend enjoyed playing this. When I went down to her place, with the Tom Clancy series, she played a lot of Rainbow Six Vegas 2, I think it is.
There's a new Rainbow Six coming out, but we'll talk about that next episode.
Exactly. So I'm keen to see this. I haven't played a lot of Tom Clancy games at all.
I have. You got with COD, you've got the element of just running in and shooting the shit out of everything. You can't do that in these kind of games. You have to be stealthy.
It does. From the limited experience I had with Vegas 6, it sort of looked like it is a lot more stealthy game. It's a lot more tactical. There's a lot more stuff like that. So
any of those whispers you can hear in the background isn't
just
actually...
ignore them. Yeah.
We're going to kick them all out in a minute, except Random Guy. He's being politely quiet.
we got a thumbs up on that one. So yeah, moving along. New Medal of Honor.
Before we go back to that, go back to Ghost Recon. The multiplayer is going to be not like COD. You're gonna want to have a headset for this one because if you don't talk, you're gonna get raped.
Okay, interesting. That's certainly
You need to be able to
something.
say no, don't you, too?
Really, that's all you get to put in with this.
Yeah.
We're regretting this right now.
He gets
I've
raped
lost
a
my
lot.
speaking privileges.
You can say the same for the rest of us.
So anyway, moving along, we've got Medal of Honor, the new Medal of Honor. So
Warfighter.
we've just had the release of Modern Warfare 3.
We'll run through that
exactly.
a little bit later.
We've got Battlefield 3, which I've got as well. We're going to do next episode as our major game review. So new Medal of Honor. So
Warfighter.
I don't know. There's a niche community out there who do enjoy playing the real time events, as in you go back, you fight through the exact battles as they happened.
And like the big thing that this game's gunning for is I'm pretty sure these were the guys who got the rights to run SEAL Team 6 who took down Bin Laden. You actually get to run as SEAL Team 6.
Yeah, well that's going to be huge. I mean, if they have that right, it's going to be huge in America. It's going to be huge, probably very huge in Australia.
This is probably not going to push anywhere near COD, but it's going to give COD a bit of a shake-up call.
It's certainly going to rip some money off CODs later on, because COD actually do get a fair bit of money over the long term. They get a huge burst initially in their sales, but that's not it. They do get the long-term sales going as their prices slowly come down.
And people kind of think, well, I played this at my friend's, looks good, I might as well give it a shot.
Exactly. I am quite keen to see what the new Medal of Honors have got. I've played some of the old PS2 editions. I've played three Medal of Honors on the PS2. Quite interesting. I did like the fact that they were all historically based. I'm keen for this one. Well,
I'm like, it looks like COD. I'm not the biggest fan of COD. I will admit that now. That's kind of changed in recent events, you might say. But I did very enjoy the Medal of Honors because it gave you more of a perspective, I suppose, on what they were fighting on.
So next up, I've got something that I'm quite passionate about. We're moving across to Mud. It's the new motocross racing game. It came out, I think, yesterday, being the 24th of April, I think. Because on the Mud site there is still no release date. It just says April 2012. So this is being released across PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. I'm not sure how well it's going to perform on PS3. I know none of the old MX vs ATV did terribly well on the PC.
I don't think it comes down on the console. I think it comes down to the developer, if I can speak English here.
But this is huge for motocross racing games because you've only got really the MX vs ATV series. Mud's coming out, and they're going completely opposite to that. Whereas your MX vs ATV is completely releasing their own made-up stuff and built tracks by professionals. MX vs ATV was a huge flop. Consequently, wasn't big at all. But we've also got coming out with Mud. You've got the actual going back to the FIM licensed riders, bikes, classes, tracks.
As you can tell, I have absolutely no idea what he's talking about.
See, this being what I used to do. I've raced motocross for years and years and years. This is something I've missed for years. The last game to have these compatibilities was actually Supercross 2000. It was a very, very good game, and it was very disappointing to not see it continued. I mean, I love playing it. But yeah, we're going to what's going to be Motocross of Nations license. Is licensed with Monster Energy Supercross. So you're going to have all these actual real-life riders and teams.
So it's not just going to be random names like we've had before.
Chad Reed's the lead rider for the Australian market, obviously, so he's going to be plastered all over the cover. He's their big lead. They're going to have Bubba Stewart in America, obviously. But yeah, you've got 12 licensed tracks. You've got a freestyle battle option mode available as well. Ranked online play, so you're actually going to be racing for positions and improvement.
Sorry, Agro's just being a pain in the ass right now. Just distracting us quite badly.
But yeah.
We're going to make him talk in a minute if he doesn't stop.
I have a question about the game.
What?
do you make cakes? You know, mud cakes.
Okay, please
No.
post a comment if you want us to hit him in the face.
Yeah,
We will.
We can. But yeah, like Mud is fully licensed with FIM. That's your international motocross committees. You've also got the Motocross of Nations, so the international World Cup, basically of motocross racing. It's developed by Milestone, somebody I haven't actually heard of as a developing company.
No, I remember
before.
running a few games from Milestone. I can't quite remember what I ran, but
Apparently the graphics are all going to be good quality. I haven't managed to flick through them yet. Keep up to date with that. If you're a motocross fan, and I know there's a fair few people in my friends list on Facebook that are, keep your eyes on this. This is going to be your big release. I'm going to see if I can get my hands on it, possibly for next episode, or the episode after that.
also you've got
because-
Mass Effect to play for next
Yeah,
episode as well.
Well, yeah, I'm going to catch up on the Mass Effect series. But yeah, so Mud, I'm keen. I'm gonna get you to play.
I'll give
because-
anything a shot.
because I want to show you some of the things that people do and how they train.
Next up?
next up news is the PS Vita. I know you were keen to talk about this.
I was keen to talk about this. I'm a big fan of the PSP. I've owned like 90% of their games. Anything that came out I bought. I was kind of sad to see it die out and not go big, but it was pretty awesome.
Something I seen released in the last few weeks was actually Modern Warfare 3 for the PSP Vita. Only for the Vita.
It is a brilliant... The problem is, it's a brilliant system. The graphics are stepped up like twice of what the PSP were. Would you lot shut up? Honestly.
This is
Just
the
for the
last time
record.
we're having a studio audience.
We got one prescription length between the three of us, so we're very proud of ourselves.
Okay, please comment if you want these idiots back. Please.
Yeah.
But-
Okay, so
We're
yeah.
getting oppressed.
PS Vita
yeah.
has the double sticks.
Double
Obviously,
sticks, it's a lot bigger console.
dual
It's-
analog sticks. So
It's not going to be as portable because it's a little bit bulkier, compensating for the better graphics, I think. And,
yeah,
no more discs. They're using memory cards
yeah.
now. And
So
the-
this is something we were talking about last episode with the Xbox 720.
the cards actually run their own saves in it, so you can still buy the games. You don't. It's not all online, which I thought Sony was going to go all online, and I'm quite glad they didn't.
Although it might have been good to see with the Steam server. I don't know what the
I'm not sure if
capabilities
they.
are.
I have because it's only been very recent. It's not been out for that long in the terms of consoles. But
yeah.
I'm gonna try and get my hands on one in a later episode and give you a full review of it.
Might even do an unboxing or something. Yeah. But
It's,
yeah,
it is the basic version. I will warn you now. Is about $350.
So you're better off basically buying a second-hand Xbox 360
For the moment.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Yeah! Whoa!
Yeah,
Yep. See support there.
yeah. We finally
Brains.
got some good support coming from our studio audience.
If you do want to be in the studio audience and you're around Armadale,
Yeah, let us know.
know.
We're quite happy to have people in.
It's pretty boring, but it's up for a few good laughs. Don't
So long
don't be
as
too disheartened.
you're better than these guys.
In fact, I'll give you $5 if you're better than these
No.
guys.
He's paying us 10 each.
Yes, totally. I'm that rich.
We're in trouble now. Yeah, so I'm quite interested in the PS Vita just purely to see how it goes with Modern Warfare and the online play capabilities it's
But
going to
the
have.
original, I played a fair bit of Resistance.
Yeah!
That was random.
Yeah, let's just keep going.
I played that online, and the online capabilities are very quick. Provided you got a decent wireless and you got decent capabilities, you're gonna run. It's gonna run beautifully.
But not just that, I think that a lot of the PSP gamers were actually turning away from their series purely because they didn't have the FPS capabilities, not having the dual sticks.
They did have a few FPS shooters. They weren't great. I think with this new dual stick system, they might be able to step it up. But as I said, most of the time, it depends on the game developer, not the console.
Right, something else big just coming out across the weekend. Black Ops 2. The release date for Black Ops 2 has been finalised.
Yes!
Release date is set.
You can make comments. You
Yeah.
don't just have to say yes.
A random male was a huge fan of Black Ops on my Xbox.
Any comments about that?
Yeah. What did you like about Black Ops? What do you want to see on Black Ops 2?
Pandas!
Pandas and more gold shotguns.
So
The
there you
best
go.
fun, the best fun on Black Ops was to get bots and just double pistols and just go
Which we see.
and get as many mid-air kills as possible.
The story was pointless.
Story
Go
was
to the map.
shit.
The history was rubbish, but
Nuketown was a huge hit with Black Ops, I know with these guys especially, and the bots. But Modern Warfare 3 seen the decline of the bot system. You're not actually able to play locale games with bots.
That's unfortunate.
Whereas
Yeah. What is the point then?
whereas with your with Black Ops, you're even able to play local or online with bots in the boot camp or whatever it was. I forget the name of it off the top of my head.
I didn't play much Black Ops. I played the storyline, thought it was utterly crap.
Yeah, the storyline wasn't great for us, but
I finished it in like 3 hours.
Black Ops had, in the Guinness Book of World Records for that year, actually had the best game ending, and still has at the moment the best game ending.
Well, it did throw a curveball in there.
Because what happened is you're going to go back and play Black Ops after
We'll
this.
call spoiler alert.
Yeah,
here.
we're going to have to. So this is twice in 2 episodes. We're going to have to call a spoiler alert.
spoiler, spoiler, spoiler,
So-
spoiler, spoiler.
I actually have no
Can
idea
that
what
become
it
the
is.
official siren?
No.
Oh. Can we make one?
Please comment about these
No,
idiots.
yeah,
Honestly, I want to see
yeah.
some comments.
Anyway, so Black Ops, the storyline revolved around the numbers and the letters and stuff. If you go back and you take down with a piece of paper and a pen, every time you see those letters and numbers, it actually spells out what the ending is supposed to be and some future details. So this is what Black Ops 2 is going to focus on.
Still didn't like the
Black Ops
storyline.
2, the storyline, that's what it's going to be more focused on. I know, I absolutely hated the Black Ops storyline, but I haven't played it again after realising, this is
Well, this was a good curveball. They hit that well. It was really only for kind of true Black Ops fans.
Yeah, it was if you were playing it to get the fun out of the campaign, you didn't get it. Like you actually had to sit down and take notes. I played it between shifts because I had 2 jobs when it came out, and so I was on and off it, and I didn't pay much attention, and I missed everything. So
I just shot shit.
I'm gonna have to run back through.
Alright,
yeah.
on to our review.
So November the 13th for Black Ops 2,
Or not.
and actually this is quite important. The November the 13th is going to be a solar eclipse in Australia and New Zealand, and that's going to be apparently the code name for the Black Ops 2 is going to be Eclipse.
Spoiler, 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 spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler.
I can bring in Nerf guns next time just to
no.
shoot them. I will take a
Bread.
video if you want.
So the Eclipse, we're not sure if it's going to be called Black Ops 2 Eclipse or anything further than that. There was a video on YouTube. I should probably go and add reference links to.
We'll keep you updated though.
Yeah, so Black Ops 2, November the 13th, I'm buying it. I'm not sure if I'll buy it straight away, but I will be buying it.
I'm still yet to get Mass Effect 3. Alright.
Okay, moving along. So we've got our game review for this week.
Now, this is where these idiots, they actually joined in on this one, so they're actually going to have a
Spoiler,
comment.
spoiler.
Now, because he wants to
Yeah,
go out,
this is a spoiler.
CPS, you're up first.
This
What
is-
is
Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler.
So we've got Modern Warfare 3, the campaign. The ending was pretty good.
Now,
Yes.
apart from the fact you shot the president 3 times,
Yeah.
Of which 2 of you managed to repeat the mistake, so I wouldn't judge too harshly.
alright, DPS, you're
We got a hat
balls.
trick.
Yeah, we did. We all managed to shoot him in the head 3
I
times in a
didn't.
row.
Then they gave it to me and I, killed all the bad guys and not the
The-
president.
Yeah, the FPS noob just slays the rest of
Noob.
it.
Just modest, man,
Then
like
stands there with his hand in the air for the next 5 seconds and gets slain himself. It
I don't care. I didn't kill the president. You guys did.
it was quite funny. So Modern Warfare 3, I think of the online play utterly horrible.
Didn't play the online.
I hated it. I did not like
Or-
it at all.
or
It's
was that
way
the one-
too fast paced. 2 bullets, you're dead basically with every gun. Sniper rifles, 1. It's,
but it gives you that you've got to think rather than you can't just charge it and go.
whereas that was the good thing about Black Ops. Because
That was a good thing about Black Ops.
You
You just ran with double pistols. It was great.
exactly. There was a lot more novelty to the
If you
game.
made the bots on easy, no one stood in your way.
We're not talking about bots here, Aggro.
It was just horrible, but they did bring out. I really enjoyed the wager matches from Black Ops. They were good because they dragged you away from.
I did notice the wage matches. They did look pretty good.
They dragged you away from boring TDMs and capture flags, headquarters, everything.
Gave you something new to deal with.
Exactly. In the quest for more points. They tried to bring that back with Modern Warfare 3. And unfortunately, it failed because whereas the map sizes were reduced on Black Ops for the wager matches, and you also had team sizes reduced, so you were down to 6 people. He wants to blow the spoiler alert. So you were down to 6 people, and it made it a lot more interesting. And
Spoiler.
so I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the online play. The storyline was brilliant. I absolutely loved it, and I played a small bit of survival, and I'm liking that. I'm just not liking the way you have to level to unlock basic things. I think survival makes a great party game, and pass the controller sort of thing, surviving together. What's our record? Can we beat it as a team? That
Essentially,
sort of
who's more badass?
Exactly. It stands.
Clearly isn't DPS or aggro.
It stands ground as a good party game, but unfortunately, it's nowhere near as good as Black Ops was everywhere else. Which is why I'm a lot more keen for the release of Black Ops 2.
Rating?
Rating? I don't know. I'll go with you first. What have you seen from the campaign?
I love the campaign. The story, I wasn't there playing it hard most of the time because I had a fair bit of shit to do.
Yeah, he missed he started off with me with the campaign and missed most of the middle section.
Just watching it, the first things, it got my heart racing. I wasn't even playing the bastard.
He wasn't even holding the vibrating controller. He was just sort of sitting there watching missiles and.
It is a visually brilliant game, storyline absolutely brilliant. What I didn't like, they could have done the bullet holes a bit like Black. If any of you guys remember Black from the PS2.
Yep.
Yeah, you played Black. You notice how?
I played it.
No, okay. Didn't matter.
Nothing.
But at least he remembers it. Anyway, the entire environment was destructible. I would have liked to have seen that make a return.
Which is why I'm a lot more keen for Battlefield 3 when we do a.
Battlefield.
Yeah, it's Battlefield 3. I played the first about 15-20 minutes of the campaign with Aggro here, and we sat down. We both enjoyed the chipping of holes off the walls. I think in the first 5 minutes there's a sniper, and he actually every time he goes to shoot at you, if he misses, he's taking chunks out of the wall. So you've got less to hide behind.
So it always
makes
kills
it
the bastard.
a lot more realistic. But then again, you've got the linearity of the storyline.
That's going to be with every FPS, though. You can't.
Battlefield, not so much. I played the storyline for Bad Company 1, Bad Company 2. It's not as linear, but still creates the action and the tension. The enemies still chase after you a lot better. They know where you are by you getting up and firing, and then they come chasing.
But it's almost impossible to create kind of an open world FPS without delving into the realms of kind of Fallout.
Yeah, so they've done a good job. I'd like them to expand the combat situations a bit more, though, where you can go all the way up into buildings and up and around. Whereas Battlefield 3 has that ability.
Also has I didn't like the use of vehicles in it, honestly.
Yes. Vehicles was very pull your trigger to go. That's it. I know there's
in Battlefield you can fly up to jets, helicopters.
Exactly. Sam, if you want to hit the alert.
No, it's all good.
So anyway, spoiler alert. There's a scene early on in the game. I think it's in the first.
We have you for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. We brought you in, and
I just wanted to annoy you.
Just throwing a spanner in now.
When do we get paid?
On the 12th.
Yeah, just wait.
No, I'm waiting.
So yeah, there was basically there was a escape from a sub and in New York Harbor. And he slid down into a little sort of blow-up dinghy boat, this type that SEALs use.
Zodiac.
Yeah, and basically all it was you hold the right trigger wide open and you just dodge in and out. That's it. It's very reminiscent of probably the old Star Wars racer games, actually.
Yeah, probably. I'd say so.
Yeah, helicopter action, guns and that. It's okay, it's not brilliant.
Visually, brilliant. Actually playing it, different matter.
Yeah, it's good for
one technical issue here.
Just bringing people drinks.
Scott's just getting a drink here. We've got to get him some alcohol.
Yeah, we're leading into a barbecue.
This is Anzac Day, so lest we forget before we forget.
Yeah, exactly. We still haven't had our minute of silence.
We'll have a minute of silence at the end of this.
Exactly.
That means you lot shut up.
Tune out. Don't tune out for the minute of silence. Do your bit and respect our soldiers. Most of this lot did by going to the dawn service this morning. I know I didn't. I'm feeling quite bad at the moment.
Well, I'm actually sick.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to Modern Warfare 3, so I don't know. It's brilliant. I mean, I loved watching.
Well,
Spoiler alert again.
Let's go to the FPS, non-FPS players, because we are generally FPS players.
Exactly. So we're going.
What did DPS think here?
So Modern Warfare 3. What's your first thoughts? What did you like about the game?
I was struck by how well the storyline was drawn out, so it wasn't just a case of go in, shoot the person and win the whole mission and then just move on to the next phase of the campaign. It was
On
well
that,
done.
I did like the AI as well. The AI was okay.
It was okay.
The enemy was good, your team sucked.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
would have much preferred your team to share some of the work rather than you do all the shooting and then just...
They
run around
lay off
the
3
borders.
bullets and then hide behind cover again, and those 3 bullets, they'd hit them, they sort of drop and then come back up.
Who shot that guy in the arse? That was you, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That was funny.
yeah.
Yeah, he very relished the experience, the guy who actually got shot. He
Yeah.
always enjoyed it, he loved it.
As Aggro would say, no offense to those who are
Actually-
homosexual, but Aggro kept calling everyone
Gay. Yeah. If we didn't charge him with a shotgun, we were gay.
It's his way of showing how much he loves
Feel
it.
free to comment
Don't
on
take it
that.
personally.
No, we're not derogatory. Direct them at Aggro.
Yeah.
Well,
Agro
because-
doesn't have Facebook, so we have to pass these things on ourselves.
This is not fair.
Hey, you don't want to speak and you want to be an idiot, we're going to burn you for it.
I didn't say that publicly though.
Spoiler, 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 spoiler.
Alright, that's any other thoughts for that one, Sam?
Yeah. What didn't you like about Modern Warfare 3?
I thought they could have made it a little less depressing. They might have tried cracking a joke once in a while, and also I didn't like the way that the main antagonist, I forget what his name was, Murakov?
Makarov.
That's it. Yeah, I didn't like the way Makarov died. I mean, you don't just stick a nice guy in the nice throat, push him out of the helicopter, and then suddenly he emerges from the wreck. You know, that doesn't happen.
They didn't actually knife Makarov, they knifed the pilots.
No,
Yeah,
that
they
was
stuck a knife in his throat
that
and
was
then pushed him
Makarov.
out.
Did they
Yeah, he
pulled
grabbed
the
the pilot, threw him
The
out.
pilot. Okay, so you get to your final
The
score.
Makarov got on the back.
Spoiler.
No, he didn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he was in the front of the helicopter.
Yeah.
You threw him out, and then you looked and watched him falling before you went back to trying to control the helicopter.
Long story short, how they finished off the bad guy was a little overdone.
Yeah, it wasn't brilliant.
I did like his, as I'm going to call it, his after-sex cigarette.
Yeah, it was. You know, I didn't think they were allowed to advertise smoking, but
That's probably why they just showed the Zippo lighter and smoke.
Yeah.
That's all you see.
but he's smoking. He's always got a cigarette in his mouth at the start of missions.
Who's this guy? This is,
this is
He's
Price.
a Cockney called Price.
Yeah.
Very strong Cockney accent, so...
I
watch
swear
out.
he was Jason. I swear it was Statham. I swear. Please
Um,
correct me if I'm wrong.
So moving along, Aggro,
Your
thoughts, likes. What did you like about
And
the
hates.
campaign? Because these guys have only played the campaign. I'm the only one at this point that's played any online or any of the survivals. So
We are going to do an online segment when we can finally get Stormy Impulse off his lazy ass in here.
I only saw sort of this later half of the game,
about the last 4 missions, you
Yeah.
guys really come in.
but it was pretty good storyline, and all of the stuff from the earlier Call of Duties, the stuff that worked in those is still.
Just on
Because
that,
of
on that
this.
point, Aggro, did you find that the storyline was easy to catch up on when you come on halfway through it?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, you could tell. Like, it didn't matter if you'd missed earlier, and I know it linked in with other Call of Duty games. Ranconi just mentioned, which I haven't played the campaign for, but he said it linked in, and that didn't matter. Like, you were still able to enjoy. What
So
was
it's kind
happening.
of standalone but built in at the same time.
Yeah, for example, there's one character there called Yuri, and it linked back up to Modern Warfare 2.
Human tank.
Yeah. Basically, if many of you out there remember the Modern Warfare 2,
I didn't play it.
remember No Russian mission, I think it is, where you're walking in through the Russian airport pretending to be Americans. And then at the end of the mission, the agent that you play gets killed by Makarov himself, going, I know you're with us, you're an American, so we're going to leave your body here. So basically, it links back into that. There's a lot of other links, so you've got Soap and Price throughout the whole story.
But as Aggro said, you don't necessarily need this prior knowledge.
No, it's exactly. It's a standalone game that works really well, but it makes it that much better having the experience of Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2. So yeah, it's a brilliant game on that respect. Going back to...
I'd like to talk about the performance after this of the console, like how it played.
If I may just throw in one final point, I thought as well the fact that Makarov is a terrorist would have been sufficient enough rather than him needing having this idea how they revealed later that his intention was to fly missiles on Europe. I thought they could have done without that. Just saying he was a terrorist would have done well enough.
Yeah, it's,
Yes and no, because
that's the storyline into that overboardness.
it kind of tried to dig deeper where it probably shouldn't have. Could have built it up in other areas, as Sam said, like give the characters you were playing with a little bit more depth, I suppose.
Yeah, he's just a guy who wants to fire a missile, not really evil enough,
Like,
really.
I think because of the other Call of Duty games, there was some time.
There is, yeah. There's Makarov. There's a lot more character. His character's basically built in Modern Warfare 2.
So, like, if you haven't played Modern Warfare 2, ignore the Makarov character. Just kill the bastard.
Yeah, no offense intended to anyone who's ever been in a country racked by those kinds of problems. I understand there are some listeners out there who may have had that experience.
Well, we did get a listener from Norway and Belgium. Hello to them.
Exactly.
They didn't like us. Hopefully this will change their opinion.
Yeah, come back for episode 2, guys. We're much better this time.
We actually did some research. Or at least a lot more research that wasn't last minute. Which was
Yeah,
mostly
we
done by
got
me.
bagged out for a lot of stuff on Diablo 3 last one.
It was just a run through. Honestly, we just mentioned it.
We do apologise for that though. Okay, so we're going to compare Modern Warfare 3 to Battlefield 3 next episode.
Hopefully we'll have these two. Random guy has left.
Yeah, hopefully
Unfortunately.
we're looking at having these guys back. I know.
I think he's trying to figure out how to turn the Xbox on in the living room.
Oh, that's sad.
He's never really gamed before, so we'll give him.
Hopefully we can have Stormy Impulse next episode.
Would be
For
nice.
those of you who have played LoL, you'd know him pretty well. He does play a mean LoL character.
He's nuts and he's a great laugh. You're going to love him, guys.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And he has a really good cowboy mustache and sideburns.
We
going
really
at the
should get a
moment.
photo of him.
Oh,
A lot
yeah.
like Dum Dum Dugan, for those of you who know the Captain America comics.
Okay, alright, so we're going to move along to
ratings. Don't forget the ratings.
ratings. Oh, yes.
We gotta rate this. This is a review. We gotta rate it.
Okay, campaign, I'd give it 4.5 crack discs out of 5.
80.
But that's solely the campaign. Going back to the online play, I know they're still
You're the
patching
only
it.
one who can really comment on this one.
So, online play, I'm
No
going to give
pressure.
the online play 2 out of 5. Whereas
Whoa.
the survival and the Spec Ops missions
He's throwing the gauntlet down out there.
it is a lot better.
Lift your
it's
game
really
online. Internet, you are not good enough.
Not the
Step up to the mark.
game.
The
Oh.
Modern Warfare 3 game online
My,
was
my apologies, Internet.
was totally horrible. It was quick. If you stepped out of a corner and somebody fired off 2 shots randomly, you're dead. It was horrible.
Reminds me of Gears of War. I hated that game. You got shot in the kneecap, you're dead instantly.
Whereas I played 10 minutes of Halo Reach online, and that was basically running around firing off full clips to get them down to half health.
And then running up and beating on them.
Yeah, that was the only way to kill them in Reach, and it really annoyed me actually.
But it gave it a challenge,
it-
rather than just,
Well, it did, but
bang bang, you're dead, ha ha.
in the same way, if you hid for 30 seconds, they had to put 3 more clips into you to kill you. Modern Warfare 3 was just too much. It's too fast paced. They did try and broaden the scope. They put an infected game mode up, which is where everyone starts as
Halo zombies, basically.
everyone starts as the normal people. One person starts as infected after 7 seconds. And yeah, it works really well, except they try to play it with sniper rifles. There's some of it, most of it's with shotguns.
Yeah, I was
but
gonna say.
there is a few episodes with sniper rifles.
Switch to your secondary
And
weapon.
perks, yeah, that's a really good game type. They tried picking up on the wager matches from Black Ops. That didn't work all that well at all. I know the one in the chamber, there's 10 people running around. The first 4 or 5 people to die within the first 20 seconds. As in lose their 3 lives, because you just run and poof, you're dead.
Alright, so if we could get back to the ratings, sorry, Scott.
So ratings again, online play. So I've given it a 2. The survival and the Spec Ops missions, I'm going to give it a 3.5. And overall, I think the game deserves a 3.
Okay, cool.
For all aspects. It doesn't deserve anything more than that, but less than that, yeah, that's about the maximum rating it could get.
Alright, DPS, you're up.
I'd say, given what I've seen, the campaign, the storyline of the campaign, I would give it a storyline 3.5, game itself a 4.
So you kind of liked it. Any other aspects, like graphics? I thought the graphics were quite good.
Yeah, I thought the
must
graphics
say.
They weren't
pretty
too bad.
impressive.
They were a good step up from Black Ops as
The
well.
guns were amazingly detailed.
Yeah, and the other thing that I failed to mention till now is they've actually opened up the color palette from Black Ops. The color palette from Black Ops was very
Not
minute.
just grey.
It was greys and blacks. It was very, very bleak.
I do like this daytime in the middle of a city kind of thing.
It is. It's a lot better, you know.
Alright, moving on.
Yeah, we've got
your
Agro. Your rating coming from the campaign.
I was pretty much the same. I think overall the campaign will give it a 4 out of 5. I think 3.5 to 4.
Yeah, I love the campaign, honestly. I'm gonna give it a 4. It was brilliant. What I didn't like is the modelling of the buildings. Unless they're falling down, I didn't like the modelling. Like, they could have done it a little better. They could have been a little bit more destructive, but...
Oh, you should have seen the Eiffel Tower fall down. Ha! That was beautiful.
Spoiler!
yeah.
Spoiler!
Hit the alert! Other than that, I think overall we're going to give it a 3.5 from all of us, basically.
Yeah, I'm still more inclined for the 3. But then again, like I said, you guys haven't seen what I've seen.
And it also depends on how hardcore Call of Duty you
exactly.
are.
It's
The true fans will love it, honestly.
not from a true fan's point of view. From a true
No?
fan's point of view, I think it's a bad output.
The campaign was brilliant.
The campaign brilliant.
If you're an online player, you probably won't like it as much.
It's very hard to get into unless you are those elite players, and you're ranked highly in the world. You know what you're doing. It's very difficult to get into.
You're probably not going to be listening to us, but if you are, please drop us a line.
Yeah,
we'd love to have you on.
And
I'd
thank
like
you for your
some tips.
condescension.
But yeah, anybody who actually wants to be on, we're looking at possibly doing a possible Skype, seeing if that works with Audacity. Please drop us a line, and we'll see if we can get you on the show.
Alright, so we're going to move on. Continuing with theme from our last episode when we ran the Phantom of the Classic section.
Now you will actually get this joke from this episode.
Either from this episode or the next one. If you're a nerd, you probably already got it.
Yeah, I'd say so. Alright, welcome to Attack of the Classic.
Yeah, so we're going to start off. DPS, big game for him. Something huge in his childhood.
He's still chewing on chips.
Yeah,
Gotta love him.
Alright, here we go, Sam, you're up.
Something big in my childhood, actually. I think Adrian...
I wasn't big. I didn't have much to do with this kind of game, so while
Less so childhood. I more got it on emulator in later high school actually.
we don't appreciate pirates. Well, kind of do, but anyway, try not to pirate games. Try to give some money to the developers.
If the game is worth it, go and buy it from the developers.
Yeah, give the developers some credit.
Honestly,
Exactly.
I have pirated games before, but I've gone, this game's too good, I'm actually going to get it outright.
Yeah.
So I know that the developers now got the money to give me another game.
Exactly,
that's
because we don't want to see the downfall of the gaming industry.
good. That will kill us all.
Exactly, that's if we see the complete and utter destruction of the games industry, you're going to lose all your big ones.
As well as which pirating games, you can't guarantee the quality of the game.
And your virus, unless you've got a brilliant antivirus software, I'm sorry, but you may end up
Paying for it.
raping your computer
Unless you're really good at,
repeatedly from the inside out.
up the
Okay,
bottom.
so back to DPS. Your Attack of the Classic.
Yeah, a game that I often played with my cousins, 2 female cousins, just putting it out there.
No, they weren't what you think. Please don't make any sexual
No,
jokes.
we've got girlfriends. These guys don't.
I sort of got a girlfriend, okay?
Yay!
Yeah, thank you for your contributions. I appreciate it at least. A game that I played with my cousins was Mario Kart, and it was quite a game. Though I do note later on in life when I watched the movie Borat and I felt dumber, I laughed at one line in that movie, that Mario sounded a lot like Borat. I don't know if it was the same voice actor or not. I don't think it was, but it could have been, just the way he
I
goes,
don't think
"Welcome to
Sacha
Mario
Baron Cohen
Kart."
would have done that.
No.
It's the way he said the characters listening. He says, "Silly, up there." So you click on it. But yeah, it was just fun the way you could, just not an out-and-out racing game. There are all kinds of cheats and ways you could bump off the person in front of you. Or
Rainbow Road.
Shortcuts.
Yeah.
Honestly, for those of you who have played it, play Rainbow Road. It's ridiculously hard.
The satisfaction of being able to drive a pixelated car and shoot someone with a turtle shell is
Yeah, it was really good.
it's original.
Don't forget the banana. That was enjoyable.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure most of us was actually played as the shroom guy.
Though my closest to Mario Kart did come back to bite me on the bum when playing Super Mario Smash Brothers with my friends down in Wagga. They ganged up on me for easy points. Wasn't very good.
As you can see, Sam is a big gamer. He does game. We're slowly converting him to the dark side, as you might say.
Bastards.
At the moment, we're putting together a LoL team, and at this stage, he's probably going to kick out Firehawk here. Even though he hasn't played a game yet. So.
I'm trying to run carry, and I'm just having no luck at it. Please give me some advice for those who play.
But yeah,
How many of you guys have played the new Mario Kart? And how do you compare it to the old one?
isn't it? It's got planes and stuff like that in it.
I remember
I'm
playing.
pretty sure.
I played a little bit. It was pretty good. I've always been one to enjoy tradition, so I enjoy the old one a lot better. But it's pretty good. The new
I
one.
think next episode he's going to mention something very old. So
from coming out of Mario Kart, of course, you've got your Crash Bandicoot Racing. I like that.
I enjoyed
really,
that.
really
That
loved
was
that.
fun.
That was a brilliant game because not only did you have the racing side of things where you go through, but you also had the storyline. So it had a quest thing as well. So that's Mario Kart. The original Mario Kart's bringing through everything. I'm pretty sure Mario has played a part in everyone's childhood.
at least at one point, I remember playing it on the Game Boy. Man, that was horrible.
Oh, it was fun. I loved it.
I just love listening to the music.
Yeah.
Every room needs a gaming syndicate.
Exactly.
Please don't mind, viewers.
So, Mario Kart was important to all of us. Something that, more recently actually, last year released its 5th anniversary edition in silver steelbook case. I have this, I proudly have this, and I've watched the DVD of the making of. I'll let Adrian introduce it though, so moving right along to Adrian and I's Attack of the Classic.
I wouldn't really call it a classic yet. How old did you say it was?
It's 6 years this year.
6 years. It's still a very good game though. It's
My
Oblivion.
game's younger.
Oblivion. It your game is younger, but
So Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Basically, everyone's played Skyrim. There's a huge market out there for Skyrim. I know my girlfriend didn't play Oblivion. She didn't play very much at all. She played a small bit of Fallout 3, and then enjoyed playing Skyrim. But of course, we've got to honour where most of the storyline come from, and where the Elder Scrolls' huge fan base following has come from. And it was the 5th anniversary edition last year in the steelbook case. I watched the DVD. The developers had a huge amount of fun developing the game. I know I had a large amount of fun playing it. Adrian.
yeah, it was good.
Well,
It was my
every
introduction to the Elder Scrolls and Bethesda. Like I didn't play Morrowind, I came in on Oblivion.
Yeah, well, I came in on Oblivion, and
I came in on Morrowind, and honestly, when I played Morrowind, I thought it was the best shit ever. Then this
Oblivion
coming
just
out.
blew it out of the water.
Like, graphically, it's still the same game, but graphically kind of, like, set a depth charge under it, blew it out of the water.
It was the first first Elder Scrolls crack at putting an RPG into
Open world kind of thing.
more open world, more not only open world but more exactly onto your console gaming.
Honestly, you could run around and hack what you wanted.
Exactly,
Up.
it was
Also,
a brilliant
lovely.
game and invented the likes of your police force sort of thing with your Imperial City Guards chasing you for hacking down chickens.
Yeah, I thought they chased you down, hacking
Chickens, hacking cows, putting your bounty through the roof. It had the Fighters Guild, which I would have liked an arena guild to be in Skyrim. I was quite disappointed at that. Honestly, I've only been to level 6, I think it is, in Oblivion, or level somewhere 6 to 10. But I still really loved it. Except Skyrim came out, and I picked up Skyrim and didn't really want to play all that much Oblivion afterwards.
Any other thoughts from anybody?
It was huge.
I just love the fact that it's just the fun that the producers must have had of making a world that works within itself. So you don't not just the Imperial City Police Force and that, but you had the newspaper service, the courier service that would always drop you whenever you talk to them on the horses. And you could always walk into shops and buy stuff and haggle, and news always travelled around the world, and your reputation kind of
Exactly.
preceded you.
So if you killed somebody in one part of the world, it got to the other part of the world.
And they chase you down and
due
hack you
course.
down.
Exactly. So
It's like a world that has its own society, which is a real kind of rarity.
They created a
game.
self-sustaining
self-sustaining world. Yeah. But not only that, it was the fact that I watched the developers DVD that came with the 5th anniversary edition that I picked up last year, and on the DVD actually came your developers, your behind the scenes, the releasing at the E3 convention release of it, and
when
it got a
is
huge
E3? When is
reception at E3. E3's later on in the year.
Because we should do a bit of
I think it's about October.
We should do a special app on that.
And so what happened was when they actually initially fired up the game for the first time and started playing it, and what happened was the characters actually walked in and bought all the shops out of their armor and weapons because their build was that good. Like, they sat down and built the AI so beautifully. They slept at night, they slept at the right times, which was a huge thing for a game coming out in 2006.
It's kind of where I point where the gaming world kind of... Around the 2003s, 4s, about when the Xbox was started coming out, gaming kind of hit a golden age. I suppose we're in the golden age of gaming at the moment.
And Oblivion really blew that wide open as well.
Look at some of the stuff Oblivion, Morrowind's produced. It produced Oblivion, which produced Skyrim, which is a massive cult hit.
Exactly. Skyrim's gone huge, but purely because they picked up so many players off Oblivion. I mean, Morrowind was your sole PC gaming, and they, didn't get so much out of Morrowind because it was about that time where everyone was, starting to switch towards your console gaming, and as well you've got. So then you brought into Oblivion, like I said, you've got the AI that they built was so brilliant that they bought out all the shops with their potions, books, stuff like that, earned money in their jobs, things like that, So it was brilliant in that regard. It also offered the speeches, the speech, talking to people, raising your fable with them to get your speech craft up.
Yeah, I did like that, but with the talking, you kind of had things like Kotor, as I mentioned last episode. That had kind of a persuade component in it, which kind of what I think I suppose it was based off.
It was
But all those kind of games have speaking style stuff.
But then again, it was the leveling system. The leveling system in Oblivion was so unique. It was, you had your few main skills that when you leveled up to a certain point, it would offer you a level, but you had to go and sleep to get that level.
Spoiler!
Not Oblivion,
I think everyone played it.
Yeah.
No.
What about the popular
it was
who haven't played it? Think
such
of
a good
them.
game. Final comments on Oblivion, Adrian?
I think it's pretty well covered. Yeah, it was a good game. It was just the fact that it was open, and the storyline is a genuinely good storyline.
You didn't actually have to follow the main story at all. I mean, you could vary off in all your side quests, and it's actually opened the door for the game that Firehawk's here going to talk about for his classic.
It's not really classic though. It should be.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It will be.
It will be.
It is very much when the new edition of it comes out. I think it's due out this year,
Fallout
actually.
4.
Some members of the room don't think it deserves to be a classic.
But anyway,
Some
so
will
moving
be.
along. So Firehawk,
members of
your attack and classic.
Alright, Fallout 3, most of you will know, at least
Exactly.
heard of it.
Huge game.
I love that game, mostly because it wasn't like...
That's what we're saying.
That was my
3
girlfriend, by the way.
Yeah, Fallout 3 is a classic in our point of view. It is.
Fallout 3 isn't a classic. It hasn't been out for long enough.
It's going to be a classic.
Yeah, it's
Have
going to
with
be a
the
classic.
I don't
lovely
care, it's
Jess
not a
Howard.
classic
Dylan is
now.
an exceptionally lucky man, and don't he forget
Yeah,
it.
that is my lovely girlfriend. Please comment if you would like to see more of our girlfriends on the show.
No, not
in
more
that
of my
way.
girlfriends. No, I'm not showing them more of my girlfriend. No.
Yeah, because she'll just rag on you
No.
the entire
No.
time.
But that's what
That's
you do.
wrong, man. You don't show your girlfriends off to other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Fallout.
scored mine. I'm going to run with it,
Oh,
dude.
gee, here we go. Anyway, Fallout 3. We're trying to stay on topic.
Trying to.
And failing.
We have 5 people in the room. It's not going to happen.
Fallout 3. So it's huge. I loved it.
Open world, for me, it kind of, because I'm one of those people who think the zombie apocalypse is going to happen. Like, not literally, but
not
I'd
only
like
that,
it to.
It's opened the world for that kind of thing. Before
I Am Alive would have never come. Fallout 3 didn't step
Exactly.
up. Or Fallout 1 to be precise.
Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 were turn-based.
Yeah, they weren't particularly
They weren't
great.
brilliant. You come into a battle and you'd be 30 squares. You'd be somewhere where you couldn't hit them at all. But it was a turn-based, and that's why they failed.
And
Bethesda bought the rights
and ran
to
it
it.
in Fallout 3 and just
exactly, and
rammed it.
Fallout 2 went from a small-time, very small game. Not many people have played it. I'm actually going to have a look into it at some point, just purely to see what it was like.
I have played a little bit of it. I in fact managed to get a port of it on my phone, believe it or not. I had a bit of a shot of it. It wasn't great because it's this it's a Grand Theft Auto kind of style thing, and the storyline, rather than being open world, was very linear.
Yeah. So yeah, you're looking at more of a Call of Duty sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it opened the idea of the post-apocalyptic game. It
What would
opened
happen?
the idea of exactly what would happen in the event of, and the event was never explained. So
They did explain it. It was the Chinese, I think, bombed them.
the Chinese, but it wasn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fallout New Vegas is
All
not-
the Fallout series is post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, what do you think? I retarded?
Spoiler.
Ooh.
Fallout, it had a lot of good things in it, and it's a very good idea, and I think the next one will be very good.
Exactly, because the thing we've all got to realise, and the thing we've got to face up, is Bethesda only just what happened? They bought the rights for 3 games, three
I'm not
games,
sure.
I think.
But
And
Fallout 3 was sort of their first go at it, and
Yeah.
I think they'll have learned
they
a lot
nailed
from
it
it.
straight away.
Well, I
No.
don't think so. For me, Fallout 3 was a lot of searching around through dark subway tunnels, long distance,
Yeah.
and it was just a lot of. There was no facilitated transport. Like Oblivion had horses, which was great. Fallout could have benefited from anything that could make you go faster.
I
because-
have to agree for Mangro, but there are mods for those of you who mod games out there to
Yeah.
just change it.
Whereas, see, I played
about snowballs.
what?
Never mind.
DPS just left, came back, and decided to say something about snowballs.
Being an owner, we'd love to see some snow, but
Oh yeah.
We'd rather not see snowballs, because that would kind of hurt. If you get my meaning.
if it snows, I'm going to rape him with a snowball. I'm going
Thank
to ram
you.
it so far up his ass, he'll be talking about it for the next 3
I
episodes.
don't think so. I
3
don't want
years
a
more,
snowball up my boyfriend's ass. Thank you very much.
Okay, so
You
back,
heard it
back
from her lips, I have a girlfriend.
not for much longer the way you're going.
Spoiler.
So
That'll be the topic of next episode.
So then, yeah, so Fallout, I loved it. Like Adrian said, the subway system needed a bit of work. But basically, the way you could play around with that was just adjusting your brightness. I know with the Xbox, the first time I played
Gamma.
through it, I hated it. And it really turned me off the game. And I decided, oh yeah, I'll go back. And I decided to run it off a walkthrough because people had told me how much it was great, and I got into it and didn't like it initially. So this was about 3 months after I'd put it down and hadn't picked it back up. I found a walkthrough for free on my iPod, played it again, and loved it. Absolutely loved
The
it.
only problem I had with it, like, it introduced me to that kind of open world gaming where you could, do whatever the hell you wanted. Like, you didn't necessarily have to be good or evil. You could
Exactly.
be completely neutral if you so desired. But the only thing was, with Fallout 3, and I think they've fixed that up in New Vegas and hopefully Fallout 4, not enough combat. You just didn't see enough.
And that's what
and
it was.
especially once you got a higher level, any of the raiders and stuff that you encountered would just
You chop their head off instantly.
Exactly.
You
You'd whack out, say, an assault rifle. 3 bullets and their head would just roll off their
I
off their
still
body.
enjoy punching faces off people.
Yeah, it was good.
Decapitation. Funsies.
But yeah, like it was a great game. We all enjoyed it. It's something that I think when my kids, when I finally have kids, I know it's going to be a while yet. I know.
Oh, Jesus.
Hopefully we'll still be doing this, so we can let you know.
Future.
I'm gonna- it's
And he's
gonna,
not talking about spoiler. He's talking about spoiling the kids now.
so it's going to be something that I'll definitely show my kids too.
When they're old enough, because this is a teenage game, dude.
Jesus, so what do you think?
You don't want a 3-year-old learning how to shoot a raider's brains out.
No, just let them kill ants. Just
the
ants.
fire ants,
Yeah,
yeah.
just fire ants.
giant
Queen
fire
fire
ants.
What's the problem?
Get a pharaoh
Yeah,
they'll take him to Rivet City.
The flies.
Yeah, bloat flies. They can kill the bloat flies.
Kill the blowflies.
But yeah, and then so we're looking forward
You know I'm
to
gonna have to deal with
Fallout
this
4. Coming out. I'm pretty sure it's due this year, this December.
We'll look that up for your next episode.
But it was due out, and this is Bethesda's last rights. The company.
I would like to see him do it again, though.
Last
Yeah, so would I.
rights.
But the company that bought
That's
the,
dying, darling.
the company that
No,
sold.
actually, they're about to be sacrificed to a god. Just putting it out there.
So they're gonna get their last
Last
rights.
rights.
Ignore them!
Anyway, so this is Bethesda's last crack at a Fallout game.
Aaron's Dagon. He's coming. He's coming.
That was an Oblivion reference, people.
Anyway,
I met a guy called Daedric the other day. That's from Holland. That's his name, Daedric.
Would you shut up?
Maybe
I was-
he was Dave.
I was going to say you were going to turn him into an artifact, were you?
I was not going to...
I think this calls for the roundup of this episode.
We're
Yeah.
going to bring in Dave Rick in some days. A delightful man, listeners. You're going to... Terrific guy.
Anyway,
He doesn't exist.
this episode
He
has
does.
certainly gone off the rails.
Spoiler,
So
spoiler.
Fallout 4, look for it. Bethesda's last crack at the Fallout game.
I'd like to see him do it again.
I don't think they're going to walk away from the post-apocalyptic. I think they're going to do it again because they've got Skyrim. They're such a great RPG building.
They are
company.
an open world company, honestly.
Exactly.
Bethesda is brilliant at that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I don't think they're going to put this down.
And they do learn from their mistakes, which is what I like.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna pick up and start a new franchise in post-apocalyptic. They'll just have to remod the story and everything. So Fallout 4, I think, is all in our purchase list. I know Adrian, even not being a big gamer, I think
We've managed to convince him to hopefully at least try it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to even walk out and purchase it. So yeah. Anyway, guys, we're reaching upon the 55-minute mark,
Which is shorter than the
short
last
for
episode, but
yeah.
roughly about on time. As per usual, leave us comments, let us know.
Let us know what you think. We want to know what you guys want to hear about.
Also, let us know about our guests that decided to pop in and pop out at random moments.
Yeah, let us know whether we should be doing that again.
Contact us if you want to be on the show if you think you can be better than this lot.
Give them
Hey,
ideas for a
please
better
hold.
spoiler alert alarm.
Yeah, we give us ideas if somebody can develop one or something that we can just press on, have it sitting on our desktops for our computer whilst we're running this off Firehawk's laptop, something like that. Anyway,
It is a gaming laptop, so don't panic. It can handle some fairly decent shit.
yeah. So if you guys want to come up with anything new, what do you guys want to hear? We want some reviews because we are basically searching for what you guys want to hear about. We're gonna go out, do the research.
Try to make it
stuff like that.
constructive as well. Don't just kind of rag on us.
Oh, I have something else to talk about.
Oh Jesus!
Spoiler,
Can we
spoiler,
wait for the
spoiler.
next episode?
Go have dinner. We'll catch
No,
up.
this is important. There's going to be, for those of you in Armadale, we're preparing a LOL tournament. So get your teams ready, practice.
It is kind of sponsored by us.
Yeah, we're going to be putting a lot of effort towards running it. The practice round's going to be the 30th,
Yes.
I believe. So get a team together, get them on Facebook. If you're not already, join the UNE Gamers if you're interested in having a crack. On the UNE Gamers, you'll find the event. But yeah,
Get a team together.
get a team
some more.
together. Try and take us on.
You probably-
We're trying to turf Firehawk from the team.
I'm also easy kills, just by the way.
Yeah, we'll turf him for you
It
guys.
makes you feel good about yourself.
Anyway, we probably
that's
should
it.
observe a minute of silence, considering it is Anzac Day.
Well, look, we've even got a timer on the.
Yeah, I know. Well, you got to shut up first.
Okay, wait.
No,
We're
themselves.
going for
Silence.
57:25.
Alright, now we're good.
Yeah, so that's a minute of silence, guys. Anzac Day, lest we forget, and all that jazz. So yeah, join us again. We should have a. Sorry about the delay between our first and our second episode.
Stormy Impulse decided not to, show up.
Yeah, I was going to run it with him without Firehawk.
But it's going to probably become a weekly thing for us till next holidays.
Yeah. So anyway, this has been your host Ranconius,
And Firehawk is joined by...
studio audience.
yeah, we're going to call him studio audience because we
Excuse
couldn't be
me,
bothered
I
going
have
through
my own
Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler.
Yes, you have names, but
I'm
Firehawk's in
Fireheart's
trouble.
girlfriend, Ice Shark. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
we're gonna cut off. We'll that way try and avoid the girlfriend.
the
boyfriend fight.
denutting of Firehawk.
Yeah. So if you would like to see videos of Firehawk being denutted, or from our first video tossed off a bridge onto a gang car for an achievement,
Maybe we should just
Animations
round it off
depicting
before it gets personal. So,
this is Ranconius
And
and.
Firehawk with our studio audience. Yes, they have names.
But
Shark.
we don't want to mess with them. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time.
Next
Hopefully,
week, hopefully.
yeah, we're going to be looking at maybe putting a video with it.
Okay, guys.
Yeah. Anyway,
You said
Firehawk,
goodbye to
Ranconius,
yourself.
Signing off.
catching you
See ya.
next time.